How's it going, everybody? We're in my room. For the first time ever, we're doing a podcast in my room. So, present yourself, wonderful people. Fucker, talk! Why you're wet? Fucking talk. Just... Why are you guys not talking to me, asshole? I just can edit this, you know this, right? Oh, no. Get the fuck back there. Stop.
Because you did.
Okay.
Alright, so what are we talking about today?
Games.
No homo.
Okay, so here it's Safel, Eric, and
Yeah.
the three guys. The three bros are in one house, one room. You don't know what you're doing. What are we doing? What do you think about fucking Resident Evil Village?
I think.
No, there's too many zombies.
Exactly. Give me some werewolves. And maybe a vampire. Give me 3, actually. Make one of them really tall.
Why are there like so many people like dripping over fucking?
Let's be honest, you know the answer to that question.
She's tall.
She has big breasts.
She kind of looks hot.
She has big tits. That's all I'm gonna comment on that.
She has a nice face.
She has a nice house.
Pretty huge, too.
How tall she is?
That's all I know.
Tall enough.
No, but then they said like 7 something. That's
Gonna be
fuck.
silly.
I wonder if this sounds super boosted to all of you. I just wanted to try that out. I don't know. Makes me feel better about the face mask one. But, I played the demo.
How was it?
It's a demo.
No, really?
Yeah, that's really it.
Is it worth buying?
Well, you consider it from 1 to 10.
I beat it too quickly, I guess.
So it's
You're
easy.
more scared.
I beat it too quickly, honestly. Like, you have 30 minutes to do whatever the game allows you to do. My voice is cracking a lot. But yeah, you have like 30 minutes to do anything, I guess. But you can beat it in like 11 minutes. I guess if I looked around, I probably could have done more. But again, you have like 30 minutes.
Like, does it show like what's about to happen or anything?
No, they just put you in a random spot. Nowhere spoilery, by the way, but like,
Feathers and shit.
You think I'm rich?
Yeah. That's good. I've
Me-
never seen a pillow with feathers.
Well, look at all mine.
yeah, that's kind of true, huh? He's got feathers in his pillows,
To be
boys.
fair, I brought those from Mexico, so.
The
My-
chicken seed massacre.
Hey, don't you like chicken wings? Exactly, rich.
No, it's the chickens that you kill.
Oh, yeah. Have you heard that story? No? As a kid, this one chicken was like non-stop poking me. And it got to the point I was really pissed at it. So I grabbed his neck and spin it around. And then I told him, stop fucking bothering me. I throw it. And then the chicken doesn't move for some reason. My parents are looking at me. And she just looks at me. Looks at a fucking 8-year-old kid spinning a chicken. And they're like, wait, what did you do? And I'm like, well, he was poking me. I was getting annoying. And she like, you killed it. And as a kid, I was pretty traumatized. I killed my first victim.
Dude, you know what I want to do, man? I wonder if I can force a vegetarian to become not a vegetarian.
I mean, just lie to him and tell him he's eating something else.
I did that with a girl once. She was like, I hate, like I had tacos. And she was like, bro, what type of tacos you have? And I'm like, oh.
Veggie tacos.
And then I looked at her and I'm like, why are you asking that? Oh, it's because I'm vegetarian. I'm pretty hungry. And I told her, oh, I have impossible meat tacos. Like, you know that brand? Like, ones that they claim that's vegetables, but it's actually, but it tastes like meat. And she's like, no way, you're also vegan? Yeah, man. And he's like, I used to work on a farm and I kind of felt bad. It was filled with lies there at that time. She took it. I'm like, oh my god, it tastes like it tastes so good. I wonder why. It's like, bruh,
Bro, imagine a vegetarian not packing lunch. Like,
that is true.
why wouldn't you pack lunch? Obviously, they're not gonna have a vegetarian menu.
They're hungry for air.
Exactly. All the people who are like, I feed off of air.
I have a question. Would you rather never have, like, never need to ever eat ever again, or never have to take a shit?
I say eat. Like, isn't that the same thing? Because if you never eat, you never have to shit.
No.
Because, like, what are you gonna shit? Like
Like,
air
I don't know.
particles?
That's true. But like, let's say you're breathing the air, you have to shit either way. But if you
Like, when are
don't,
gonna
but if you,
shit? Like, is just something gonna pop up in your stomach and make you want to shit?
yeah, fuck it. Why not make it weird? And if you chose the other one, like, you eat something, but you don't have to take a shit. So it's just going in there and leaves.
I mean, if you never have to eat, you never gain weight.
But you do though. It's
How? You would have to eat something.
to gain the weight, to get back that weight. Yeah, you're right.
So basically, the better choice would be just not to eat.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He's right about that.
Like, I'm pretty sure everyone's already used to taking a shit.
And it's actually just one of those.
It would be very concerning if you didn't take a shit for a while. You know? Like, you'd be like, how long has it been?
Either you haven't eaten anything, or you're something problem.
You're constipated. And it's like just a ticking time bomb at that point.
You
You-
like to eat poop?
Nah.
Would you rather have taste buds in your asshole, or just have to shit out of your mouth?
What?
You're still gonna taste it either way, man.
So technically, like when you shit out, you have taste buds in your asshole, so you taste the shit, or you have to shit out of your mouth.
It's basically the same thing, dude. You're just switching
Not
up.
really. Just one you can hide it, and the other one you can't.
It's like normal vomit, dude.
Fucking talk, goddamn.
Trying to think of a conversation here. We can edit these quiet parts out.
No, we can't because editing is a bitch, and I don't want to do that. I'm already making the fucking.
Why don't you pause it for me?
How?
You pause it.
Alright, how about this?
You use your best.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a special announcement.
Mr. Conway.
Mr. Conway, he doesn't know the truth. No one knows the truth. We live in a world where no one can just go outside anymore. We live in a world where you can't be you. You have to follow some kind of system that... The fuck am I talking about, man?
I'm like, okay, I'm kind of following this, but what are you trying to make it? We're trying to say fuck the government.
No, that's a very long way to say it.
If you can kill one type of person, what would you kill?
This one guy called you Don. What a terrible guy.
Yeah, fuck him.
I was about to say the KKK, but
Technically, a good chunk of them are already dead.
aren't they still alive? And it's kind of sucks like how they're alive. They're alive, and some of them actually like have their outfits out front in public, and nobody can do anything about it. They can kill them, but they're gonna get arrested.
It's more like
Everyone's very
they probably exist, but they're like dead. Honestly, the community is dead.
They have a website.
A website that no one probably goes to except for people who think that's cool.
You'd be surprised that sadly some of them do this.
So let's talk about the Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh, okay. Spoilers, by the way. So,
Spoiler alert.
Spoil. I'm gonna still spoil it for you.
what is the the most like the part that you like the most, and one of the you hated the most for each person.
I like when they all died.
So I don't know, man. To be honest with you, like, I think the best scenes, honestly, were like.
What's the matter?
I think the Scorpion and Sub-Zero scenes were pretty cool.
She had a skull for a face. Like at one part. Yeah, just, yeah. Like full fire and flames and all that shit.
So far, you have to get closer to the camera.
Bro, I'll tell you what though. I feel like they didn't have a lot of money for this, did they? The budget was short.
Let me go. Budget for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, the budget. What was the budget? Just tell me the budget. He's looking up the budget real quick.
95 million.
Bucks.
95 million. That is kind of short if you think about it.
Yeah, because movie like AAA movies take over. It can get very high to the fucking hundreds of millions or even billions of.
I know $5 like shit.
Like what I heard, a good movie usually takes like 500 million. Like low budget movies are literally like The Mandalorian and shit, which is less than 100 million.
How did they get the budget for the first ever?
For the what?
First
Demo movie?
ever movie.
Oh, the first ever movie?
I know.
Honestly, the first movie that probably exists probably didn't really require that much of a budget because
You
like
just needed a camera.
you just needed actors and people who knew what to do.
Well, actually, the first movie was literally, people recording like trains and stuff like that, and like so it was literally you with a camera recording,
Pretty much.
and that didn't take like back then. Yeah, camera was a lot than that. Like the first animated film that was ever on a movie theater was The Moon Getting Shot with a Bullet. They're touching fingers in the room.
Touching tips. Oh. But yeah, no, like the Mortal Kombat movie. So like, I think the Sub-Zero scenes were all cool. I don't know, man. To be honest, like a lot of people like this movie, but I thought it was okay.
It was mediocre. It was all
I guess because like I played the other games and stuff, and like the lore.
I feel like if you play all the games or like you the hipster of it, like playing to Mortal Kombat 9, 10, and 11, you're kind of like seeing the fatalities, how badass they are, just burning Sub-Zero, you know, it's like,
Well, to be honest, I imagine it would not look that great to have a CGI skeleton fall out.
but at the same
It
time,
could be practical, sure, but it would require some work.
but I feel like the Mortal Kombat 11 trailer when Scorpion gets Radiant's head, throws it up in the air and stabs it and goes through his mouth.
Yeah.
Like I felt like if they did something like gruesome like that, because the movie was rated R, so they should
I
have.
think they were genuinely saving all the CGI moments for those fatalities.
Goro looked cool though.
They used a lot on Goro, I bet you.
Yeah, and a lot of it was on.
And the fatalities, because come on, you can't just split a person in half.
Yeah, it's true.
Dude, honestly, like, the way Kano died kind of sucks, honestly. Like, like, I'm not saying that him dying sucks, I'm saying the way he died sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know, like,
I like the actor because he was very funny.
the actor stole a lot of scenes, man, who played Kano.
Yeah, and he's pretty funny when like he nailed Kano, but I was kind of like annoyed the fact that they put it like a cybernetic guy or something.
That's one, dude, here's one thing that, like, I don't know how many people agree with me on this, because people seem to love this movie, is the fact, I don't really like the whole arcane thing, where, like, it's all powers.
I agree. It's like the Mulan action movie. Like the point of them is that they're regular people with just their skills and their own thing.
Yeah.
Like they did that also in Mulan. So like Mulan, to make in the movies she had superpowers. That would made her special. And in the regular show, she's a woman girl.
She had superpowers?
Yeah, in the movie.
I never
In the
watched Mulan. I
live
remember
action.
voice cracking so much there.
She had like superpowers. And that's like what kind of ruined it. And that's the same thing with Mortal Kombat. What makes it what the characters makes special, not the fact that the power is because their own willpower, you know. And just taking that away, you just take a lot. I love that they. I love the actor that they use for Scorpion. Have you guys ever watched The Last Samurai?
No.
It's a good ass movie. You guys should watch it.
What's it about?
It's about. Well, I don't want to spoil it if you guys don't watch it.
What's it about?
It's like samurai. It's like back then versus samurais versus like I forgot what age it is, and they still had like muskets. So they're training. I think it was Japan versus China, and stuff. And some of them were samurais, and they're fighting each other. It's badass. That movie is known as one of the best movies, and honestly, it deserves more credit.
I look up The Last Samurai and I just see Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Is that the one
It's
you're
a
talking
very
about?
fucking good movie. You should watch it. Like I think if it's on Netflix, we'll watch it. But God, I love that movie. Actually, not thinking about it. Which is your guys' favorite movie of all time?
I have two.
Say, man.
It's the Book of Eli and The Pest.
Oh, how about yours?
Hardcore Henry. No. Hardcore Henry, man. That movie is amazing.
Honestly, I do agree. It's one of them top up there. But for me, Treasure Planet, and secondly will be. You know what? Hardcore Henry is kind of up there though. I think Hardcore Henry will be my third favorite. My second favorite will be like Last Samurai, or no, the Marvel's the Endgame. Endgame is my second favorite movie.
Okay. I liked it when it ended.
To be honest, man, does anyone even rewatch the Marvel movies?
I did
I
3
know.
times.
Did you? Dude, I didn't fucking watch any of them, dude. Dude, I rewatched Hardcore Henry like 3 to 4 times. But like when I saw Endgame, I was like, that's cool. I didn't even cry when like. Don't get me wrong, I like Tony Stark. He's my favorite character.
I
in the-
cried.
Dude, he's so different in the comics. So like, it's
Oh
hard.
yeah.
It's kind of hard to get into the comics because like that's not the Tony Stark I'm looking
Oh,
at.
the people. I feel bad for the people that like the Thor for the comics because he's a different person in the movies.
Dude, the thing is, they changed the personalities to the point where it's like, who's using that Thor to who's using the old Thor, and it's like if you're watching the movies, and you go to the comics, it's kind of
Different.
weird to like. The story is not comedic.
I like comics. I do have some, and I like reading them. But yeah, I do agree. Thor comics, he's more like an asshole. That was me. Somebody's like an asshole, you know.
Yeah.
But in the movies, he's more like likable and stuff. So I feel bad for the people that want to go to Thor's.
I heard that like Thor Ragnarok, like the comics and movie are completely different.
Fuck yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
like super different.
you know what's crazy? I think it was an argument for I think it was an argument for like the DC movies. How it's like none of the costumes are like comic book accurate. But yeah, you can kind of argue that's also the same for Marvel.
Yeah.
Like a lot of their costumes, like I guess because some people are like, some people would say it's like they're embarrassed of like the big bright colors, but it's like a lot of Marvel characters have black now. Like, don't really get me wrong, Captain America still has his blue and red and all that. And Tony's still wearing the red suit, but like
I mean,
a lot of the men are wearing black when in like comics.
I like most movies, but like the ones that I don't really care for are the ones where they base it on a book. Like it's because like I don't mind if they base a movie on a book. I just don't like it when they make so many changes to it, like and change like what you read from what you're watching. Because like they can change like an entire character, kill them off, or something that doesn't even happen in the book, and then make a whole new story about it.
Yeah, that's another thing too with the whole like there it's based off a book, but it changes things, and it's like damn. I mean, a lot of times I guess it works, but other times it kind of ruins them, you know? Because I think a movie is more bearable sometimes.
Like read Circus du Freak.
Sounds familiar.
It was like the vampire assistant and all that. I think it had the guy from like if you want to remember they came out with a movie about it. It was like originally a story and then they made a manga of it, but it was also It also had that dude when they put in the movie. It had it was the guy from Step Brothers, I think.
Ooh.
Oh shit! Guess how much money did Avengers Endgame cost?
How much?
Just give me a guess.
No, billion.
Okay, how about you, Safa?
What?
How much money do you think? How much you think they got for the last like Marvel Avengers movie?
Sorry, I was not paying attention.
Oh fuck you. Okay,
Alright, tell me. I'm paying attention now.
for Avengers Endgame, how much you think it cost to make it? To make it
That's
2 billion.
close.
Going pesos cost that much.
Bro.
Dude, if that's true, I would have became the richest man.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna talk about something, but I forgot. All right, so actually, on topic of movies, uh, on topic of movies, there was one movie that, believe it or not, was based on like a battle royale, and it's based off a manga, right? I don't remember the name of the manga, but basically, no,
Oh god.
no, but
I'm not gonna say this. If someone makes a movie of Fortnite, I'm done.
it's a kids movie, honestly. I'd probably just look at it like that. But anyway, so it's like a battle royale thing, right? And it's like pretty serious, right? It's not like all fun and fun. So basically, these kids are taken to this island, and they're given like supplies and stuff, and they have to kill each other. Last one standing.
So,
Hunger
a Hunger
Games.
Games?
Basically, the Hunger Games. Honestly, I mean, a less like sophisticated version of the Hunger Games, because like you know, in the Hunger Games, it's like all rich people here. In this one, it's just the government, right? Just doing this for like fun.
Fucking anyway.
So like they're doing all this, and like I think one scene to let you know who you should be worried about is like, because you have people grabbing their supplies, right, and like running out crazy, and then you have one guy who calmly walks up, grabs his backpack, and calmly leaves. Like, does that not seem concerning to you at all?
They just calmly just.
Like he's like the situation is fucked. Everyone before him like grabbed their shit and left as fast as they could, and then this one guy gets up calmly, grabs his pack, walks out. Dude is not phased at it by at all. Like, would you not be at least somewhat concerned about this?
Yes. Either. Okay. Do I know the guy?
No, like, he's just you know him only because he's in your class, but you never really talk to him.
I'd be on this side.
I'll be honest. Well, that depends. Cause I'll tell you right now, that guy was on no one's side. He killed everyone. Well, he didn't win, obviously, but like he did kill everyone. So the way that the movie's kind of dark a little bit, cause like what happens is a lot of people go the different ways. I think at some point in the movie, like the main character finds students who just hang themselves because they don't want to fucking do this.
Yeah.
They don't want to be a part of this. And then you had people who were like, "Let's stop this," and all that. Let's not do this, and they just made themselves easy targets.
Sure.
Cause like the guy who calmly walked out killed them. Yeah, like that's what happened in the movie. Like I don't know. I think it's like an interesting thing. Like I feel like if you were ever in this situation, you want to see how everyone's reacting to this situation and how they're leaving.
Shit. Can I just say the most funniest movie I ever heard? It is real.
Yeah.
So there's this girl, if you can say, because this girl was born with like a penis and a vagina. So
With Nari.
yeah.
You
So
ever wonder if they stick their dick into their
I feel like at some point they'd get curious about that.
I feel like yeah.
'Cause
But
it's
imagine
like-
impregnating yourself though. Shit.
It's curious about how what actually works. It's not an asexual.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
that's true. Because because you're asexual, if you're able to produce your own offspring.
But if that would work, would that mean that the baby would also be asexual?
Like, let me just explain the movies because I think it's in the same category as you. So the movie is that basically this baby was born with a vagina and a dick. He was born, and then one day, because she at that point she categorized herself as a she. Okay. She went to this party, and in the party she got raped. So when she left, she decided to like get rid of her vagina and became a boy. So now it's him. So he finds out now that he made a like a portal, like a time travel thing, and when he went to the portal, he went to a party, and then he raped somebody, and so apparently there's an endless cycle of him fucking herself, being born again. Like that's the theme of the story. Like
Endless loop. This is a whole movie.
yeah, this is a whole movie explaining everything, and the worst part is that if like she or he has to do this to order to continue times. If she ever stops, the time ends apparently.
Huh.
So it basically non-stop sex.
Non-stop raping herself or him. So.
Very different from that Royale, but okay.
Yeah, but I just said the most weirdest movie, so.
Well, that's true. I don't know. Battle Royale, like, I think you should give it a watch. I think it's an interesting movie. The only problem is it's not in English. You probably have to watch it with subtitles.
Okay.
Because, it's made in Japan. But yeah, the guy in the movie, man, like, he makes it. I remember in the scene, they were saved by some girls. And the thing is, I think one of the girls wasn't really trusting of the guy there.
Yeah.
So, like, she poisoned the food that he was supposed to eat, but someone else ate it. So, like, when she died, they all lost trust in each other because of this one decision.
Shit.
I feel like that's how easy it is to lose people's trust. Because, like, the minute someone dies from the food they made, it's like, well, who the fuck did it?
Yeah. If you kill somebody, yeah, it goes pretty well.
It goes pretty wrong. I don't know. I think this movie is just interesting. Now, you're probably wondering, like, how the fuck the parents allow this shit? Now, they don't show it. Now, I've heard in the manga, they actually do show the parents, like, they're not cool with this. But apparently what happens is...
See?
But apparently what happens is, like... Yeah. But apparently what happens is, like, if they complain against it, they just beat the shit out of them or something.
Shit.
Or they even rape the wife or whatever. I think that's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm gonna read the manga.
Fuck.
I'll read the manga and tell you if that actually does happen. But apparently you're not allowed to refuse. They'll either kill you, beat you up, or whatever.
You know what? Damn, I don't know how I feel about that. But that reminds me of another movie.
Mhm.
Have you seen Old Boy?
I've heard of the original. I've only seen a video of someone comparing the original and the new one that everyone hates.
Yeah.
I'm curious. You guys like girls with tattoos?
I'm fine with it, honestly.
It doesn't bother me. Why? Like, only if it's like fucking face.
Like butt tattoos all over their body.
I don't know. It depends how bad it is.
Like,
If I would date that person, I wouldn't care, but it's not my type.
you like girls with tattoos?
I mean, they're fine.
They're not like.
I mean, I guess it depends on what type of tattoos they have on them.
Bro, imagine tattooing your ex's name and like doing that with every single guy you slept with.
That's only if
What?
like if you
Wait,
like,
whoa, wait, rephrase that, please.
No, like if you have a daughter, you can tattoo her name onto your body.
I agree. I will tattoo.
Not your son, not
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah, that's. I will do that.
Never tattoo.
Will you ever tattoo yourself?
No.
Honestly, same here. But the only reason I will tattoo myself will be like, I don't know. You have to convince me pretty well, and even then, I don't like needles. So.
But
I maybe because this came from trauma as a kid, but every time they like try to take out blood, the fucking doctors stick the needle inside and move it while inside, because they can only sting you 3 times per day. So, but they had to cheat, so they sting the needle and they move it while it's inside. They take it out, but not fully, and they poke it, try to find it. It's like shit, man. Like fuck
Yeah,
you,
that's gonna happen to us. Yeah.
boy, man. Show it. Show you one pussy.
God damn, imagine that.
That's a lot of cheese.
Jeez. But
Like how they say,
I don't know what the fuck. Dude. I I don't know, man. I just think like I keep going back to this whole battle royale thing, but like I feel like they take it on a realistic turn because like a lot of the kids are like don't want to be a part of this shit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them either end their life because they don't want to kill anyone else and they don't want to get killed, right? And then you have the complete fucking psychopaths that are fucking chill with all this shit. And then you have the people who are like, okay, look, we're trying to do something here. We're trying to figure out a solution here. You know, like I feel like they take it about as realistic as you can get.
Because hopefully nobody does this. But
Well, if they do, I mean, no one knows. I'm not trying to start a conspiracy on that, but like,
yeah,
Question. Would you guys ever get waterproof clothes?
I heard of that. I heard of like a certain liquid you can put in something, and like a guy put that on a napkin, and they put ketchup on it, and like it doesn't stick on.
it's absurd off.
Would you ever get stuff like that?
I don't know, because it's a spray, man. It's not really like clothing. You know?
Yeah, you get a bucket of it, dump your clothes in it, but like
I don't know, but actual clothes that like they already come as
waterproof. The only shirt I will ever get that is an unstabbable, unrippable shirt because I heard that exists. But I don't know.
Yo, even if a shirt is unstabbable, like if it's like the knife won't go through, you're still gonna have a piece of metal pointing at you, man.
Yeah, and second, it's like with John Wick, like when they give him like the pads, like, oh, it will protect you from the bullet, but it's still gonna hurt like a bitch.
If someone just stabs you, it's not gonna fucking pierce your skin, but you're still being hit by a piece of metal.
Yeah, and I get what you, like, I get the reasons of the like, oh, waterproof clothes, but think about it, just like, oh, they spilled wine on you. Well, okay, it's water, it's gonna fall off. But let's say if it like a whole thing of water, you're still gonna get wet no matter what. But the clothes, yeah, if you don't want your clothes to get dirty, well, yeah, get it.
How are you gonna wash it though?
Oh shit! Well, true.
You know, actually, I kind
Waterproof
of wanted to bring this up. Actually, you guys saw the Snyder Cut, right? The Snyder Cut,
Snyder?
Snyder Cut for like the Justice League.
Just describe it to me.
It's like the new Justice League movie that was released on HBO Max.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet, but
You haven't seen it? Oh damn. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's this one
you can
scene.
spoil it.
There's this one scene that caught my interest, and I didn't think about this until someone said it. But there's a scene where Cyborg helps out this poor woman, and he gives her like $100,000, right?
And then he eats her.
Yes, I'm joking, but no, he gives her $100,000 in the bank, and it just says like congratulations and all that stuff. And he gave her this money, right? Now, if this movie takes place in 2020, which I think it does, that made me curious. Would the bank not look at this and be like, "What the fuck? Where does this money come from?"
Yeah.
Like, could they not just take that money out instantly? Like, would they not be like kind of suspicious about how this woman, who
Yeah.
only had $3.19, at least I think that's what the money was, all of a sudden got 100,000?
I mean, if we live in a world where there's freaking like gods, freaking robots.
That's true. But at the same time, wouldn't you be concerned? Because it's like a drug deal. Like that's what people say. If you have a shit ton of money, don't immediately dump it all in the bank because they will get suspicious. Like slowly, just tell them, "Oh, I got a new job," and slowly but surely put the money there.
Yeah.
Or if you want to push it, tell, "Oh, my friend donated that money." Okay, now you have to ask who.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause like, I get like Batman and all that, like Batman and all that stuff is out there, but like at the same time, it's like, this is a woman who, as far as the bank knows,
They
He's-
have.
is not exactly in the greatest position. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like she's got like a switch then, and she's got like $1,000, $100,000. Oh fuck! Drop the mic. Magic mic.
No. You fucked up my mic, man.
Shit happens.
Well, you
But
can't
like,
beat that.
that's the thing though, man. Like, there's no one really. Like, okay, let's say you were working at the bank. It's not fileable either. But like, let's say you were working at the bank, right?
I'll be the manager and I'll fire your ex.
Yeah, and like you're looking, you're looking at the thing, and it's like you notice though there was an added balance. There's one account, bank account.
$100,000.
$100,000. You're looking at this and you're thinking, who authorized this?
I mean, I'll turn a blind eye to it if I take some of it.
Oh, the bank already does that, so.
Technically.
But like either way, it's like because banks can get guilty for that, accepting money even though they don't know. Because like what I heard is that if they get drug money and they have info and they notice this is drug money, the police has authority to like go there, check their whole operation. So you gotta deal with cops on that.
I actually watched the movie Scarface, right? It's a really good movie on like Al Capone and all that stuff. It's real good. And I saw the movie, and in the movie, he was making a lot of money, too much money, right? And he kept bringing it into the bank and more. And he was like, "Look, man, you're bringing too much money. It's gonna cause attention. Like, we need to do something about this." And Al Capone was like, "Fuck you," and all that, because like he wanted all this money. He didn't want to lose any of it.
Yeah.
So he decides to do it on his own. And because he decides to do this on his own, like without using a professional bank who already works with other businesses and all, with other mafia
Yeah.
members, he goes to do it on his own, right? And once they finish all the counting all the money, they find out that it's a bust, right? The guy who was on the cover, they got him all on camera and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So he gets a corrupt lawyer to help him out, right? And he's like, "Look, man, I can't help you. You have too much money. You can't say that you just found this in a car, right? Like, I can give you like a year less in prison." I don't know. I was just using that example to compare it to the bank thing.
Yeah.
Because like, I think it works pretty well.
Yeah.
Because like, I think he was selling cocaine. And he was selling it really well. And like, just got a lot of money, man.
That reminds me of another thing that happened. I don't know. I forget the narco's name, but it's a famous narco in Mexico. He was one of the biggest. But like he got so much money, and the FBI or whatever like got into the situation, and and so literally they went through their whole operation. So you see cops everywhere where his whole operation is. He cannot leave. He's stuck in a barn, and like there's no food. He has all this money. It's him and his son. And the cops were there for like an entire month, and they were starving. Because if they left, they were gonna get caught. But if they didn't leave, they were starving to death.
That describes to what I've been talking about earlier.
Overthinking. Yeah, very much.
What was I say? I was gonna say something.
Talk about lying.
I was gonna say something. I don't remember what.
Pop.
Woo! Kapoo! Woo! Baby, that's what I've been doing for. That's what it's all about.
Ah, rapidon, 1, 3 times. Start
Some
song.
point we just gotta just spew random crap.
Yeah, to make more content.
Make more content. Here is the thing, right? Like, I think like, I think a crazy example of
Oh my god, it's one thing to hear. You can you guys remember Arthur, like that armadillo, I think.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
he's an anteater.
Isn't that neat?
Like literally, just hearing Buster fucking about like black people trying to end
What?
racism.
What? Okay.
We're gonna show us that later.
Chip.
I will.
But what I was saying, right? I think the craziest example of crooked cops I've ever seen was like in Daredevil
Yeah.
when they first revealed that the cops are crooked.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit! You ever seen Daredevil?
I have.
Daredevil.
It's sad that the majority of the Marvel movie or series got taken down.
When it canceled. It sucks because like I feel like the actor for Daredevil, like Charlie Cox, I think his name
Yeah.
is. He's a really good Daredevil dude.
Yeah.
He's really good. Like for a TV actor, he's really good. Daredevil was actually really good, and the guy who plays Punisher, the guy's name, he's also really good.
I like the Iron Fist one.
Like
Iron Fist was a bit weird for me. man.
I
couldn't
used to
get into
weird-
it.
I used to read the original Iron Fist, and I always liked the guy. And so they made a movie out of him. I'm like, holy shit! They brought my dude that I used to like a lot. Let's watch it. And I liked it, but until it got to the point that I was like, oh god. I don't know. I just maybe I can't handle slur. Like I cannot handle the like, all like. I feel like that's one of the reasons like The Walking Dead died because all this talking. Like I'm here for the action, man.
But I think the thing is, right, is like, dude, fucking like when they brought them all together, dude, Daredevil was the only guy with a costume. I think the problem is, man, is like Daredevil had a lot of action, but also a lot of talking and stuff, right? And
Yeah.
like he didn't get his suit until the end of the season, and then season 2 starts, and he has that suit, and then you get season 3. I think like the thing about Iron Fist, right, is that like I don't know, it's not interesting. Like there's just something about Daredevil and the guy who was making the show, and like all 3 seasons were pretty good. Punisher, the second season is a bit debatable in there,
Yeah.
but I mean, I was kept entertained throughout the whole thing. When I watched Iron Fist, though, it's like it was okay. I'd rather watch something else personally. I mean, I never finished the season either. It's like I just never caught my interest long enough to watch the whole thing.
Yeah. It's interesting, but yeah, I do agree. It does get boring at some point. It's like I have watched it. I remember when I was watching fucking that The Flash, Green Arrow, Iron Fist, Daredevil.
Arrow kind of went downhill after a
Fuck
long
yeah.
time.
Arrow went down after the whole thing. Like, oh, he's going with this girl with like the crossbow girl. I forgot her name. And then like she left, and they got to them. I'm like, okay, now at this point it took too long. You know?
Well, he kind of was like that era once he went up.
Yeah. It's funny enough that the two green characters, like in the I'm talking about comics, like the Green Lantern and the Green Arrow, were doing so bad in comics that they put them in a comics together to fix it and make it good, and that's how they got up again. Putting the two green guys together because they both didn't make it as well by themselves.
The Green Arrow is an interesting character. It's kind of weird because like either he's a jokester or he's a serious guy.
Yeah. He was a playboy to a gay boy. I'm kidding. Uh, but yeah,
Dude, if there's one thing, dude, as much as I love the early seasons of Arrow, dude, the one thing that was always pretty fucking weird is like a lot of the romances that he gets into.
yeah, he just fucks anybody.
Like, I get I get the whole Playboy thing, but it's like
He just
when
met
he comes back and like he's just like bugging all these girls, and it's like then he gets with Felicity, and then she leaves him because like she finds out he has a kid, and it's like, dude, didn't even know himself, man. I don't know what happens after that, man. I never finished the scene.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I'm gonna go to like territory, which I feel like a lot of people are going against me. Have you guys watched the Flash series?
Up until a certain point, yeah.
Okay. You know how like the Flash was adopted, you can say, with this cop, and this cop had a daughter.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about with their relationship.
Honestly, I had no problem like with any of the Flash series. The only problem I really had was with like just the fact that they added like the cop and the black chick. Like I had no problem with like her or anything. It's just like I feel like they changed it to like how they wanted it because I didn't really care for like, oh, he likes her and like she
Yeah.
likes some other guy. Like I feel like it would have been more interesting if it was like more focused on like I guess the people there and maybe if he had a relationship with somebody else. Like it's because they don't really talk too much about his relationship in the comics and all that.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think it's weird because they knew each other since kids, and they're technically brothers and sisters.
Well, here's the thing. From what I understand, right, they were friends since childhood, and when Barry's mom died and all that, he had took him in to raise him, and while they did live together, they weren't raised together. Now, had they been raised together, I can understand your concerns. However, they were childhood friends, and her father took him in because they were close friends. So, in a way, it's not really as weird had it been the other way around.
Well, they were in the same house though for a lot of years. They're like when at the time when he was there, he was like 20-something-year-old. So they're there for a couple of days. So they consider at this point they're technically like they're
Well, if this was me, I wouldn't consider them. I mean, I would obviously be really, really close to them, but I don't think I would look at them like, oh yeah, that's my sister.
I don't know. It just felt weird.
I guess if you want to make it weird, it can be weird.
You're right about that.
But dude, even in that show, there was failed romances with Barry.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Some of them like were not bad. Some of them were actually pretty decent. But like something happened that had to cause them to break up. Dude, I'm just not a fan of her in The Flash. I think.
I think
The
she
girl's
looks
name?
hot, but like at the same time, it's like no, the romance part. Well, okay, actually, I have a question for you guys. What do you think killed The Walking Dead?
They got rid of the guy who did the first season.
What?
No, so basically, so there was this one guy who makes amazing movies, and they got him to do The Walking Dead.
Hmm?
And he makes this really cool fucking season. Hell, you know the guy in the tank was a zombie in like the episode where Rick got into the tank?
Yeah.
The guy who did that is actually the guy who voices Darth Maul. He was the soldier in there.
That's actually badass.
Yeah, and he's Deacon St. John in like Days Gone. Anyways, I just want to say that had nothing to do with this. I just wanted to bring that up because I think it's a cool fact. But like, so they hired this guy who makes good movies, and like all the actors are close friends with this guy, right? And he brings them all up to do this, and when the movie comes out, we're gonna have to continue this later.
Nah, we can do it. I can put it pause.
Pause it, like is what I mean.
Oh, what happened? So I can't pause it.
I just like ignoring you.
And
we're back!
for this.
We're back.
I don't even remember what we're talking about.
We took a slight. Oh shit! I fucking remember that game.
No one even knows what we're looking at.
Yeah, you know what? It makes it better.
And you'll never get to know.
Exactly.
Join our next podcast.
Exactly, because we're ending it here.
No, how much? For 46 minutes.
46 minutes. We're gonna end it soon. What should we continue on talking about? 'Cause
Mm,
I can't even remember what we were talking about last time.
what is your favorite type of porn? Go.
They're porn.
Dave and Buster's.
You know what, man? I don't know. It's all the same if you really think about it.
Can I have one more slide? Oh wait, that's the last slide. Never mind.
It's all the same, man. Like that's what I think. They just do different things. You know what I mean?
Like a white cock, a black cock.
Same cock. Yeah, like
I like
you ever see
Latinos.
you ever see those first person camera videos where like it's like done in first person? You ever makes you wonder why they don't ever just use a GoPro? Like a GoPro.
Do you really want to know that the GoPro you're using to make skateboard videos is the GoPro they use for?
I don't know. I guess there's like a certain feel to it when it's like first person.
It feels like you're doing it. Yeah.
It depends on the direct. No, whoever makes VR porn.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that'd be amazing.
What?
You want to see a video of that?
Have you ever seen that video? Like, there was actually a video where this guy had this whole setup where it's basically just for porn. So what he did was he had the whole VR set so he could see everything that was happening. And he had like this old machine to make it seem like he's actually doing it. So like he had one of those pocket things, but attached to a machine. So like as he thrusted, it looked like he was making that motion.
Yeah, buy like a truck. I tell you like what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm gonna pause it real quick, you know?
That's too.
And we're back again.
Yeah, man, we just keep leaving is what we do.
Who's your least favorite character?
Least favorite character? I don't know. I can really go to anyone.
My least favorite character?
Yeah.
Of what?
Show. Of a show or animal. Game, video game, whatever. What the fuck did I just say? Untitled video.
It's just Fall Guys.
For me, has to be the. I think her name right now is Bitch from.
Oh, Shield Hero.
Uh,
The Rise of the Shield Hero.
Say, that guy from ReZero, the main character.
Subaru?
Super.
I've heard people kind of fucking hate him, but at the same time they don't. I like how
how he treats freaking blue hair chick.
it's like what's so special about the white hair girl, anyways?
What hair?
Freaking the blue hair chick, like
You were talking about Ren or which one?
Rem.
Ren. She's more poppin' than the white hair chick.
I do agree on that, but at the same time, she feels worse like that. Is she feel like young?
Well, so it's him.
Hmm. Well, so now we have our people playing games on their phone.
I'm playing on this shitty thing you bought.
You know what? It is shitty, but if my parents decide to take away my shit, I have a backup. And all I need is batteries.
But like, yeah, no, man, like I don't know what it is, but I hate dense characters in like a lot of animes. Like character, like I can get like people not seeing that they're into you, but I hate it when it's like it's so obvious and they even tell you themselves, and it's like, yeah, I love you too. You're a great friend, and it's like I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I don't really watch this type of genre, but if you ever watch the harem genre,
The hair.
not in the porn section, in the normal anime section, there's always the main character is always dense as fuck, and he can't choose a fucking girl because he's like, oh, I love you all these.
That or he's just too stupid to notice for some reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Either he can't choose between any girl because he all loves them equally, or
Or he's
yeah,
a pussy.
he's a fucking dumbass.
For not noticing this girl likes him.
I mean, if he couldn't even notice that, then he doesn't deserve anyone.
I agree.
Why the fuck is anyone into him? That's the real question.
Sakura.
That's different, man.
What do you mean different?
She's just a teenage girl who didn't get over a silly crush.
She got beaten up by him and he's still falling for her.
Fucking good.
Okay, chill. I didn't know you're that type.
No, that just
She has Stockholm syndrome.
yeah, that
Yeah.
just proves something. If she got beat up and still has feelings for the man, dude, you know Sakura would be in a toxic relationship.
Yeah. Technically, she still is, even though.
Sasuke's never home, right? Is that what they say?
Yeah, he's never home.
Yeah, he somehow
Sasuke
cares.
would cheat.
So every time when Sasuke like comes back home, she gets like, oh, like,
His daughter doesn't even look like Sakura.
yeah, she does.
There's no one gonna point that out. No, she does look like. From my small knowledge of reading the Naruto manga, because like in middle school they had the books. Not in order, by the way. It was random, so I didn't know what the fuck happened.
Okay.
There's this one girl who Sasuke is with. She's red hair, has glasses,
Oh yeah, I know.
and you bite her or something to heal.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't she kind of look like her?
She does actually. She looks more like her than
She
Sakura.
looks a lot like this.
Oh, I don't even watch Naruto, so I'm not even gonna bother with it.
You
But
should watch it, but I feel like you enjoy it more if you saw it as a childhood thing.
no, don't do it.
Don't do it. I'm a virgin.
Don't do it. Don't do it. That's great, man. Can't get any better than that.
What should we do after this?
After this,
Like, we have nothing.
you wanna roleplay?
You want to roleplay? Really? I'll be the side chick.
Who's the main chick?
Safal, obviously.
Tossing on the
Is that how you gonna toss it?
Pop, pop, pop.
But yeah, man, that's
I wonder if we get famous enough in the podcast, like they get this episode and they just make you a guy and us Safal and me a female and just I'm the side chick and shit.
why do you want to be the side chick so bad?
I don't want to be. I just that was the first. I just wanted it. The first words I thought was side chick and I'm like, well, fuck it.
You remind me of that one kid. You know it? You know?
you know, this podcast is random as fuck. We should call this a random podcast.
Yeah, random podcast.
There's like a lot of those kids on
What?
that stutter a lot.
Fuck yeah. How you remember one in Aldo? We're gonna talk about names here.
Have you met one in Aldo? Immediately
Right.
says, don't say a name.
No.
His name starts with H.
Shit is a burger.
Thank you, man.
Can you imagine just actually eat it and then you shit it out?
Oh yeah. Ugh. Tastes like Germans. Because you handed me a gift.
What's this?
They're avatars.
This is the avatar?
No, that's because I went to tequila. I went to a place where they make tequila, and I bought a bottle.
Nice. Should we end the podcast soon?
This is over.
Is it 1 hour?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's been more.
Yeah.
You lying to me?
Yeah.
This is the smallest
Is it
dick
hollow on the
energy.
inside?
Yeah. You think it has something in it? It's a keychain.
Oh,
That's
I thought it opened.
deflect. You know what?
Alright, well, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Fuck off now.
Thanks for watching.
The only thing I want you to know, Eric's ass is mine, and he's not gonna become a virgin after this.
What?